raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty for perjury?
I do.
Go ahead and have a seat.
Good morning. Please tell us your name.
Sergeant Jeff Hooper,
And spell your name for us.
Jeffhooper.
And where do you work?
The Monroe County Sheriff's Office.
And did you work there back in April of 2021?
I did.
And what is your position there?
At that time, I was a detective.
Okay. On April 29th, 2021, did someone bring you an iPhone 12 Pro Max?
Yes.
Why did they bring that to you?
I was asked to get the data off the phone. I had specialized training in doing that, and Lenawee County would ask me to do that sometimes.
Okay. And so it was Lenawee County that asked you to do that?
Yes.
And the Sheriff's Department specifically?
Yes.
Okay. And can you tell us how that works? You said to extract the data off the phone. How do you do that?
So the tool that I was using at that time was called Celebrite. It's a universal forensic extraction device. Basically, you hook the phone up to the machine, it extracts the data off of there, and then what you do with that data is you put it into a different program by Celebrite called Physical Analyzer, and it, for lack of a better word, parses it and analyzes it and organizes it.
Okay, and so both of these, the download and the organization, are both under a program called Celebrite?
Yes.
And when you said it organizes it, can you give us an example or some specifics there?
Yeah, so when I say organizes it, it will take your call logs, your text messages, your chats, your photographs, and it will just organize them into a report to where you can click on like a hyperlink and go to that specific thing.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's been marked as People's Proposed Exhibit 222. And zooming in here. Those are your credentials?
Yes.
Okay. And this is an extraction report from Celebrate, is that correct?
Yes.
Do you recognize it?
Yes.
What is it?
So this would be the face page for the report.
Okay, and when you look at this, are you looking at a piece of paper, or are you looking at the computer screen, or what?
It's a computer screen.
Okay, so I'm going to scroll down here. Does it contain the date that you did the extraction?
Yes, so right there you see source extraction, the extraction date and time. The start date was 4/29/2021 at 5:41 p.m. and the download ended on 4/29/2021 at 6:45 p.m.
Okay. On the second page of that report, again, we're going to zoom in here. Does it indicate the type of phone that you did the extraction for?
Correct. The detective model, iPhone 13.4, the other identifiers that go along with said device.
Okay. And then did the device have a name? Was it named as something?
Yes, under owner name, it's right under SIM status there. It says Dale's iPhone.
Okay. And then what about an Apple ID?
Yes, I believe right there on the left-hand side, Apple ID, warag@me.com.
Okay. Going on to the next page of this exhibit. Do you see the line that says, well, looks like there's three that say MSISDN?
Yes.
Okay, and the first one's blank. What is an MSISDN?
That's the phone number associated with the phone.
Okay, so there's two phone numbers here. You would say they were both associated with this phone?
Yes.
Okay, going on to the next page. Looking at the contents, can you tell us what that means?
So the contents, that is the information that got extracted and parsed and put into that certain area, whether it be the call logs, the chats, your contacts, cookies, a whole slew of different things.
Okay. All right, I'm scrolling down here. You see a line called installed applications?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Those are the applications that are installed on the device.
Okay, like an app or a program?
An app, yes.
Okay. And so what is next to that, 562?
562, yes.
Does that mean that number of applications?
Yes, but obviously some of them are Apple apps that come with the phone, and then others are downloaded, say from whether it be the Apple Store or wherever.
Okay. And if you were looking at this on the computer, would you be able to click on any of these?
Yes, so where it says installed applications, if you click on that, that will take you to basically the installed applications page, which just has all the installed applications.
Okay. All right. And taking you to one of the pages, and again, there are multiple pages here, but I'm on the page that has numbers 7 and 8. And I'd just like you to look at number 8. Can you tell us what that application is? com.milestone.sys.x project. I was advised that it was a video surveillance app. Okay. All right. And now I'm looking at number 32.
My Cadillac, again, com.gm.mycadillac.
Okay, thank you. So those two apps are installed on this phone,
Yes,
among others.
correct.
Okay. All right, now going back to our let's see here. Do you see an entry by the name timeline?
Yes.
And what is that?
So the timeline takes everything that was taken out of the phone that has a date or timestamp and puts it into chronological order.
So how many of those were there on this phone?
156,557.
Okay. And taking you to, obviously we're not going to go through all of these. Right. Taking you to the record that's 154073. Do you see that entry?
1540, yes.
All right, and what does that indicate?
Cookies, April 25th, 2021, 0708 in the morning, gm.com, my Cadillac.
Okay, and what does that tell us?
So that meant that basically a cookie was placed onto the device by the Cadillac or GM app at that time.
So the phone used the app at 708?
Yes.
Okay, going to entry 154079. All right, I'm going to, do you see that entry?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and then do you see what time the entry was made?
Yes, April 25th, 2021, 7:45 a.m.
Okay, and I'm just moving the page over so you can see the content. All right, so what is this indicating happened at 7:45:09 a.m.?
So that would be a message. The from would be the phone number there and saying owner, that would be from that phone, to the phone number below it, D. Warner. And again, it was a message saying, going to be spraying, call you later, with a smiling emoji.
Okay. Okay, going to 154088. You see that entry?
Yes.
All right, and the time and date?
That would be on April 25th, 8:48 a.m.
Okay, and what happened at 8:48 a.m.?
So that's a log entry for data usage, and the data usage was for Find My iPhone.
And right below that, 154089, there's another log entry. And the time and date for that?
April 25th, 2021, 8:49 a.m.
Okay, and what happened at that time?
Again, a log entry for data usage for the com.milestonessys.x project.
Okay. Just have a couple more. 154097, another log entry. Again, we're on April 25th and the time.
9:04 a.m.
Okay, and what happened at 9:04?
Data usage, again for com.milestonessys.x project.
Okay. One 154106. Again, on April 25th, and the time is
10:02 a.m.
okay. And what do we have at 10:02 a.m.?
Again, from the owner of the phone to D. Warner, a message, "Are you up yet? Is your migraine better?" Smiley emoji.
All right, and the last one for the timeline, 1:54:110 time on April 25th.
10:28 a.m.
Okay, and what happened at 10:28?
Data usage, again for Find My iPhone.
Okay. Now, if we go back to our face page, you see an entry call log.
Yes.
Okay, and if you clicked on that, what would you get?
That would take you to the page of the ingoing and outgoing calls from that phone.
Okay, so I'm going to that right now. Looking at entry 166. What is this telling us that happened?
So direction indicates that it was an incoming call from that phone number, and name saved to that phone number, Jaron Warner. April 27th, 2021, 8:38 p.m., 27 seconds, it was answered.
And the very next call, according to this call log,
Again, the 27th on the 2021, 8:39 p.m., incoming call from phone number 517-403-2536, spelling of KEIVENSHERIF department, asterisk.
okay. And do you know where who would have entered that identification? Sorry.
I wouldn't be able to say that it was the owner of the phone. It could have been shared as a contact or something along those lines.
Okay. And the time of that call?
8:39 p.m., 2 minutes and 5 seconds, and it was answered.
All right. And then the call after that?
Outgoing at 8:42 and 18 seconds on April 27th, 2021. Outgoing to Jaron Weaver, 55 seconds, answered.
Okay. Let me zoom in on that name a little bit closer.
I'm sorry, Jaron Warner.
Sure. All right, so that was an outgoing to Jaron Warner, 55 seconds, and it was answered on the other end.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay. All right, the next call.
April 27th, 2021, 8:45 and 16 seconds. Outgoing to Jaron Warner, indicates answered.
And how long?
13 seconds.
Okay. And last but not least, the call 162. What's that?
Incoming from Jaron Warner on the 27th at 8:49 p.m., 9 seconds answered.
Okay. All right, now I'm going to refer you to calls 201 and 202. Not concerned here with the particulars of the call, like who was called or who called into this phone, but do you see the day and time for call 201?
Yes.
And what is it?
April 27th, 2021, 3:24 p.m.
Okay, and then the call before that was when?
April 1st, 2021, 4:22 p.m.
Okay, so you see a 26-day gap in between phone calls, is that correct?
Yes.
Other evidence in this case indicates that calls were made to and from this phone during that 26 days. Do you know why they're not contained here?
So that would be consistent with, at the time, the tool I was using. It depends a lot on the operating system, the type of device and stuff like that, whether I can get deleted data. And so if there's a large gap like that with other evidence indicating phone calls, I wouldn't be able to recover deleted data. That's a reason for that.
Okay. All right. At some point, did you get an iPad Pro to do the same process with?
Yes.
Do you know when that was?
If you could zoom in on that. So the report was created on June 1st. The extraction start time was June 1st, 2021 at 8:26 a.m. The end time for the extraction was 9:26 a.m. on the same day, June 1st.
Okay. And I'm sorry, this is people's proposed 223 that we're talking about, and I'm going to page 2 of that. What was the owner name for this device?
Dale's iPad Pro.
Okay. And then, do you see a detected phone model identifier?
Yes.
And what is it?
iPad 6, 8.
And the Apple ID for this device, or IDs?
2 Apple IDs identified, again, warag@me.com and djwarner1@icloud.com.
Now, same process to get to the installed applications as on the iPhone?
Yes.
So I'm just going to the installed applications number 24. What app does that indicate?
Again, My Cadillac, com.gm.mycadillac, installed application.
Okay. And does the Celebrate also record the web history of these devices?
It does.
All right, going to the web history section of the exhibit. I'm going to direct you to item number 63. What is that?
So you got 63 and then that short little thing there. It says what to do with 1,000-gallon propane tanks.
Is that in the area that you're indicating?
It says that's from a Google search, indicates right there. And then on the right there, that HTTPS is basically the Google that it searched, or the Google that it found.
Okay. And the day and time that that search was made?
May 5th, 2021, 10:38 p.m.
Thank you. Nothing further at this time.
Mr. McCready left a note, and it was not for me, so there you go. Good morning, Detective Hooper. My name is Mary Chartier. It is still Detective, is that accurate?
It's Sergeant right now.
Sergeant, okay. So I will call you Sergeant then. I have a few questions for you this morning. I represent Mr. Warner. The iPhone download that you did on April 29th, 2021, that was a consent download, correct?
That's what I was told.
And that means that a person has voluntarily given up their phone?
Yes.
And that means they've given you the passcode so you don't have to try to figure out what it is?
Correct.
When you do a consent download, that gives you access, it sounds like, to everything on the phone. Do you want me to be a little clearer with my question?
You go ahead.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Is there anything you don't have access to? If I gave you my iPhone right now and said download it, is there something you couldn't access?
Most likely, yes.
Okay.
Okay. At that time in 2021, the tools that were out there were not as good as they are today. Okay. So with an iPhone nowadays, you can get a full file system. Okay, which gets you most everything, but it's not everything. In order to get a complete mirror image of a device, you would have to step it back a few years. Just the encryption has come along so far that you're not getting a full exact image of a phone anymore.
So let me ask you the things that you could get in 2021. Could you get voicemails? If I had voicemails, and if there were voicemails on Mr. Warner's phone, could you access those?
Possibly, yeah.
Do you know if you did in this case?
I would have to see the face page of the report.
Okay, but you possibly could. What about text messages?
Yes?
What about call logs? You could see, we saw that, right? So
Yes.
you can do that. What about emails?
Sometimes, yes.
What about if there are notes? So you know how there's a note app on an iPhone and you're
Yep.
keeping notes?
Yeah, generally there'd be notes on there.
What about location data, things like that?
Yeah, limited.
So you can get a lot from an iPhone.
Yes.
Is it pretty similar with the iPad too? You get search history, text messages, things like that?
Yes.
Now, you'd indicated that the phone accessed the Milestone app. That's a video system that you were told about, correct?
Yes.
Can your download tell you if, for example, the app just interacted with the phone or if someone actually viewed what was on it? Do you know what I mean by that question?
If you could rephrase or expand.
Sure. So I recently tried to get onto my bank app and I could get on the home page, but I couldn't access it for whatever reason. So is it precise enough to show that, for example, someone interacted with the Milestone app? It sounds like it was, right?
So, I mean, as far as the interaction with it, it's not like a call log to where it says like this app was used for this long or anything like that. That I don't have that data.
That's what I was getting at. So perfect. So you can tell someone the phone may have tried to interact with the app or did interact with the app, but you don't know for how long.
Correct.
Thank you. And then did you also do a download of Mr. Warner's Apple Watch?
I did not.
Do you know who did?
I don't.
Were you asked to do it and did not?
I don't believe I was asked for an Apple Watch, no.
Now, you talked about missing data in your report, correct?
Yes.
Missing data, it sounds like, in a report or from your download can be for a variety of reasons, correct?
Correct.
What are some of those?
Well, in that situation, with that amount of missing calls, that spread of missing calls, and there being other evidence indicating that there was phone calls during there, that, I mean, to my conclusion, it would be deleted.
Didn't ask you your conclusion.
Okay.
I said, right, so I'm going to ask that the court strike that because
Okay.
that's non-responsive to my question.
No objection. All right, so
Thank
I
you.
will strike that and direct the jury not to consider that last answer.
So one of the one of the reasons there could be missing data is someone tried to delete that, correct?
Correct.
Can it also be from resetting a device to a backup?
I'd need to expand on that.
Sure, go ahead.
All right. So if you're resetting it from a backup, basically you're backing up your phone and all your call logs and this, that, and the other. And so it takes that backup and it puts it onto a new phone, everything that you backed up there. So if things were there, they would be there. If things are missing, they won't be there. If that's fair enough.
It does. So I'm going to ask you. About something that was in a search warrant, and you did not prepare the search warrant, but I want to know if it's accurate. So, so if someone reviewed a phone download, it sounds like the one that you did, correct? So you did the phone download of Mr. Warner's device.
Yep.
And it contains summaries of information. Oh, excuse me, I'm on the wrong page. But there are gaps in records for a variety of reasons, including a user deleting content, which we covered, or resetting your device to a previous backup. Is that inaccurate? That could be a reason why information was not accessible.
Resetting to a previous backup?
Yes.
I'm trying to wrap my head around it. So like you have two backups stored.
Do you want to see what was written to see if you agree that that's accurate or not?
Judge, I'm going to object at this point. I mean, it's been established that he didn't author the search warrant. I'm not sure how he can be questioned. What's that?
So he didn't author the search warrant, but he's the one who is opining at least that there was missing data on the download. So this is a search warrant that was prepared by law enforcement that indicates another reason for that. I want to know if he thinks that's accurate or not. If he doesn't, he can say that.
I don't understand where you're trying to go here.
Sure. So how the investigation was conducted is relevant. So if someone is attesting in a search warrant that there is another reason why data might be missing, if Sergeant Hooper disagrees with that, that's what I'm asking him about. I read to him what it said, but he still seemed a bit confused by my phrasing, so I thought if he reads it himself, that might help him.
Okay, and Mr. McCready, I'm sorry, what was the basis of your objection?
I mean, if we had a learn to treat us or something, some kind of authoritative document, I wouldn't be objecting. This is a search warrant. I mean, yes, an officer may have put something in there, but this is not authoritative on this issue.
Well, it's not just an officer. I mean, I think it's Detective Dreyer who put it in. So if it's wrong, I think we should know that.
Just Your Honor, Detective Hooper did not author that search warrant, so he has no idea what Detective Dreyer was putting in that search warrant when he did it, if that makes sense. So he doesn't know the terms that were used, the words that were used, and what Detective Dreyer is talking about when he puts that item in his search warrant.
That's why I offered to show it to him. So he's not going based on my phrasing of it. He actually sees the two sentences himself, and he can say whether he believes that's accurate or not.
So I still don't understand. You're asking, like, can I see the search warrant?
Sure. May Ms. Saylor approach?
Sure.
It's page 6, number 7.
like to have some further discussion about this outside the presence of the jury. So I'm asking the jury to return to the jury room for 2 minutes for you resolve the issue. Okay, so the statement in the affidavit for search warrant is not a statement that Detective Dreyer is making in the sense that I understood you to be saying that it was. So the statement indicates that Detective Dreyer spoke to Detective Trooper Weissenberg, and Detective Trooper Weissenberg told police.
Yes, but he swore to it, so he's the one who signed it.
He
Yes.
swore to the fact that Detective Trooper Weissenberg told him that.
Yes.
Okay, so what are you using this information, what, again, to try to establish?
So I want to know from Sergeant Hooper if he believes that's an accurate statement, that the missing data could be as a result of resetting your device to a previous backup.
And what is that relevant to?
Because there was discussion on direct examination about missing data. And it's not just a user deleting data.
Why does this statement in a search warrant have anything to do with it? Why can't you just ask him the question?
I'm fine doing that as well, if the court would like that. And then I can always, if need be, follow up with Detective Lieutenant Dreyer when he takes the stand.
Okay. I think it's legitimate to ask him the question to resolve the underlying premise, but I don't think that the statement in the search warrant is relevant to the answer to that question or anything that Sergeant Hooper's being questioned about.
So the reason I did that was when I said those words to Sergeant Hooper, resetting your device to a previous backup, he was asking me for clarification. And so that's why I thought, well, if he sees it, if he sees what was said, then that might help him understand my question. That was the only reason I was showing it to him. Because my phrasing, he was asking me details about it, and I'm going off of phrasing in a search warrant affidavit.
All right, so again, I think you can ask the question. I don't think the information about it being from a search warrant is relevant to any issue at this point.
Thank you.
All right, we can run through that.
Do you want me to give it to you? Oh, yeah, sure. Is that just a nice way of asking for it? Because I wasn't going to spill it. Because my hand wasn't going under there.
Will you see it?
Sergeant Hooper, so
Yes.
you're just getting your papers in order, so I want to just.
No, I'm, go ahead.
Okay, no problem. I didn't want to interrupt your process up there. So, besides a user deleting content, is another way that there could be a gap in records resetting your device to a previous backup?
I don't believe I can answer that.
Okay, and is that because it's just too hypothetical or outside of your field?
Yes.
Do you know the answer to both, because I asked you a compound question.
Not so much out of my field, just I don't think I can answer it.
Too hypothetical?
Right.
Okay, now this might be too hypothetical too, and if that's true, just let me know. With an iPhone, does it back up to the iCloud?
It can back up several different places.
Okay, do you know if this phone was backed up to the iCloud?
If you give me one second
Sure.
to look at this face page here. And is this for the phone or the iPad?
You can answer for both.
iPad, iCloud backup enabled. Cloud backup enabled.
Does that impact what you can recover if an iPhone is backed up to the iCloud versus not, or an iPad is backed up to the iCloud or not?
I don't think I can answer that.
And why not?
I'm not exactly sure everything that gets stored in a backup, and so, you know, without actually doing a search warrant and getting it and seeing it, getting an iCloud backup from the cloud, I wouldn't be able to tell you.
So might there be a difference between what's on my phone and what's on an iCloud backup?
Again, I wouldn't be able to say without getting an actual backup and comparing the two.
Have you had instances where they were different, or you just don't know?
I've never done a search warrant for the backup to, you know, to compare against the phone.
Is it your understanding that the iCloud backup is essentially what's on my phone, but just in the cloud?
From doing backups of personal devices, yeah.
Great. No further questions. Thank you, Sergeant.
Nothing further, Your Honor. He can be excused as far as people are concerned.
Fine with us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. You are free to go.
Thank you.
All right, it is about 12 minutes to noon at this point. Mr. McCready, I don't suspect you want to begin another witness. That is correct. So we will break for lunch at this point and ask everyone to return. We will start at 1:30 p.m. Thank you.